Hello ladies and gentlemen, my name is Blue and welcome back to another Why Did I Lose? And today we're going to be playing Maokai. It is actually my birthday, today the day that you're watching this, so if you want to tell me happy birthday in the comments, that'd be cool. I'm 20 years old, if you're wondering about that. And yeah, today we're playing Maokai. He's one of my old favorites, but I really don't think he's that great right now. I was playing him in this game because of the new patch. You know, he got buffed this patch, but overall, he's not that great. So, anyways, I hope you guys enjoy the video. Okay, so here we are in game, and I'm going to try to make this episode quick, which of course you guys can already see if it's quick or not. I can't see the future, so we won't know how long it is. But, basically, first things first, you can see our team comp actually really sucks. Obviously, I'm on red team this game. The thing is, in Champ Select, our mid had hovered Zed as their intended pick, and I was either first or second pick, and I picked Maokai because Maokai functions really well with assassins, and he's also AD. Maokai's AP, so he goes really well with Zed, who's an AD. And then our top laner, picked right after me, saw that our mid laner was going an AD champion, so we wanted to make sure we had some magic damage, so he went Cho'Gath top. And then on our Annie's pick, she gave us the old switcheroo and didn't say anything until her pick and then switched to Annie. So, all that means is that, unfortunately, now our team comp really sucks. Our team comp's okay, like we have good team fighting, but we're all magic. I'm not going to do any damage since the enemy team's probably going to build magic resistance. Obviously Jhin is AD, so it's not all magic damage, but first off, that's a downside that can contribute to why we lost. Anyways, start with your E and place them at, they last for 40 seconds at rank 1 now, so you want to place them at 116. And then get a decent leash. Maokai, he's a slow clearer, but he can clear pretty well as far as sustain goes. So you don't really need a huge leash. We'll go ahead and speed it up a good bit. You saw the runes at the beginning of this video. I took Magic Pen this game. I should have taken attack speed on my reds, so if you are planning on playing Maokai jungle, I recommend the attack speed for sure, because what the Magic Pen runes do is they make you do, and see here, I'm just kiting it around waiting for my spells to come up so I don't have to take too much damage from it. But anyways, what the Magic Pen does is it makes you do more damage to champions, and while that's always good, you know, doing more damage to champions, attack speed's going to increase your jungle speed a lot, and that's something you really need on Maokai, so I recommend attack speed reds. Here, I'm going to look for a gank mid. Basically, Annie does do a lot of damage at least, and you want to gank an, if you're planning on ganking an Ahri, you want to do it before the Ahri hits level 6, because that way she won't have her ult, which is her 3 flashes, and she won't be able to escape usually. So, went mid, we get the kill, I get the kill unfortunately. I shouldn't have taken that, but Ahri did have her flash, and I'm not one to let a champion live when they have their flash. You know, too many times has somebody gotten away because I wanted one of my carries to get it, so I usually just take kills if it comes down to that. Anyways, we'll speed it back up. Yeah, so the attack speed, and then there was something else I was going to say, but I can't remember. I come for a return gank mid just because I wanted to put this Ahri very far behind. Nothing really happens. Ahri decides she wants to flash this time, so she flashes out, and then she gets away. I end up having to flash because I get charmed into turret, and then I'm going to leave this alone. Now, let's see. I'm trying to think about, okay, so the build on Maokai, I guess we can talk about that. I completely lost my train of thought from earlier, but basically in this meta, you can't play a champion and not do any damage, pretty much. And so what that means is that most historically tank junglers have to go bruiser. As you guys saw in my Zac video, I actually went runic echoes on Zac. I'm going runic echoes on Maokai. I don't know. The nerf to runic echoes, if you guys watched my patch analysis, or if you actually keep up with my Twitter, because I retweeted what Meteos said, I agree with him completely. The nerf to runic echoes made it to where champions like Maokai or Zac or any, pretty much the tanky champions that get runic echoes because Cinderhulk sucks, it made it to where they just kind of suck. And then the other champions who get runic echoes, because it synergizes really well with them, like Echo or Gragas, they're still good. So unfortunately what that means for us is that basically my build's not going to be that great. Probably should have gone Center Hulk. That way I could have just been invincible this game. You know, that's never a really bad thing. Just if you're ignored, it's bad. But if you guys want to play Maokai, I might recommend Center Hulk. So what I should have done this game, loading in, and here we should have just gone on Alistar immediately. Our Blitzcrank was trying to hook the Sivir, I guess, because you know, most people like to focus AD carries, but Sivir's just going to spell shield him if he goes for her. So what he needs to do is just hook Alistar, and we could have killed the Alistar very early and we would have been fine. However, he doesn't do that. He hooks the Alistar late. Alistar gets away. Zac comes in for a counter gank. I did not have my flash up, so I couldn't flash like Jhin did. Zac kills me. Ahri comes in, uses her ult, and she's going to pick off the Jhin, and then Blitzcrank escapes. So things are not looking good, but before things started to look bad, when we loaded into this game, like I said, our team kind of sucks, and we're really lacking on AD. But we do have one champion who deals AD, and Jhin actually does a lot of AD. He's a heavy hitter. He's a mobile because he's a heavy hitter. So I should have been completely focusing ganks on bot lane. What I could have done this game is actually started at Krugs, because on your first clear, you're going to be fine on Maokai. Well, actually, if you want to start on red side, like say you're on red team and you want to start, I'll just pause it I guess for a second. If you want to start up here, if you're going for early gank bot, which is what I should have done this game, you can just stack saplings on Raptors and they'll die. The little ones will die just to your saplings, and the big one's not that hard to kill. Then you get red, you get blue, and you gank bottom lane. That's why I should have done this game probably, because our win condition, since we're 4 AP, we have to get our AD fed, or else late game none of them are going to die, period, because we're just going to be doing almost all magic damage. They can build magic resistance. Ahri's going to go an Abyssal, Zac's going to get a Spirit Visage, Gragas is getting a Spirit Visage, Alistar's going to have a Aegis of Legion. You know what I'm saying? It's very obvious that they're going to have a lot of magic resistance. So I should have early ganked bot instead of ganking mid. The reason I ganked mid is obviously because Ahri, like I said, she's the champion that if you want to gank her, you have to do it immediately. And while the ganks did work mid, in the long run, unless if we got Ahri immensely behind and Annie immensely fed, which was probably not going to happen, but if it did happen, that could have won us the game. Since it probably wasn't going to happen, would have been a safer bet to go bottom. And then here, we catch out the Ahri, we kill her, the enemy team's diving the Annie under turret, Sivir flashes late. Oh yeah, I mess up here, so we saw Zac. I thought Zac was dead, but he actually had his revive passive, so Zac just walks off, and he's actually standing right here. We can turn on the... I'll actually turn... where's it at? Oh yeah, here it is, sorry. I'll turn on the camera. Look what Zac does. So, I thought Zac was gone, and I see a Gragas at almost 300 life, and I know that my W plus my Q will kill this Gragas. I also have a blue smite coming up soon that does a little bit of damage. If I get my full spell combo on Gragas, he will die. But what happens is, I go for the Gragas. First things first, I only hit the snare. We can click on Gragas. So he still has about 200 life. Alistar headbutts me. Gragas full nukes me. And then before I can even do anything, I didn't even get my Q off. You can see it's still not on cooldown. The Zac comes back in to knock me up, and I am going to die there. That was just my mistake. I thought Zac was not there, and I thought that I would be tanky enough to live that longer, or live long enough to kill them, but I'm also a damage build this game, so I should have taken that into account. In the end, I can't say the damage build is that great. I think maybe do more of an Echo style tank build, so go Center Hulk and then get an Abyssal just sometime. That way you'll still be really tanky, but Abyssal will help you do a little bit more damage. And somebody on my team definitely should have got Abyssal this game, because it's kind of like the reverse Aegis. Here, our Blitzcrank's way out of place, so I hook I snare the Gragas to try to get them off Blitzcrank. We do kill the Gragas, and then he hooks the Alistar, so we're going to get him too. But then we should have left it here. Annie flashes over. She gets her flash for Zac's flash, but Annie didn't even have a stun up. See, now it's up. However, her auto attacks are going to kill Zac. And then we really should have left it, because we did actually get everyone. I don't know why I tanked 2 turret shots there. I know I wanted to hit her with my E, but 1 turret shot should have been enough. And then I think I run into... Okay, here I got really greedy. So, as you can see, Ahri, we knew Ahri was coming, because that's why I threw my E over. I knew she was about to be around. I got super greedy for the pink trinket. I should have honestly left after we finished the fight here. I could have recalled it and I would have already been back mid. But I got really greedy for an assist. I chased all the way down here. And then killing the pink was pretty much ridiculous for me to try to do that. So huge mistake on my part. I am going to die for it. And then my team's not going to get mid because 5 APs don't push turrets that well. 4 APs and then Jin, who has to reload all the time. Our team kind of sucks for taking turrets. So, but anyways, what I was saying earlier is that somebody on our team needs to get an Abyssal because it's kind of like a reverse Aegis of Legion. It reduces all of their MR by a little bit. And when you have this many AP champions, it's important that somebody gets it. And then here, I guess my red, I think this was actually awarded. I actually want to see, so we're going to turn on all vision. No, just this happened to be awarded. And then the Ari comes and kills me at my red. The only thing I could have done about that is set up vision before I did my red. It was more a good play on Ari than it was a bad play on my part because, you know, that's not something that you can really expect to know about. And then here, I think I was just waiting on an item maybe. I am going to go Merc Treads. Merc Treads are obviously the better boots to go this game. And as far as my build, I need to get an Abyssal. I need to get a ZZ Rot because the enemy team actually has a lot of magic damage too. You guys are probably watching this video and think that, you know, why does it matter if our team's 4 AP if their team's also 4 AP? But the downside of that is they just have better champions, period. Ari's a better mid than Annie. Well, depending on the team comp that does. But Zac, generally better than Maokai. Gragas is definitely better than Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's rarely ever very good. And then Sivir, I don't think she's a better AD carry than Jin, but basically, I don't know. It just seems to favor their team comp that everyone's AP. But anyways, so yeah, I need to get Abyssal. I need to get a Spirit Visage. I could get a Locket. If Blitzcrank does not get a Locket, I can do that. I think I actually went Banner of Command this game to try to get us some pushing power, and that's not that bad of an idea because since most of them are AP as well, you know, your Banner of Command minion's going to live for a long time. But I should have asked Cho'Gath to get it probably just because I didn't have enough gold to be wasting it on an item like that. As a general rule, and then here, Ari goes really deep for Blitzcrank. I think that I can nuke her, so I tried to jump on her. I am not able to nuke her because I don't do that much damage. And then I am going to run here. Jin starts the ult, so I turn around just to see what the enemies are doing. I snare the Alistar because everyone has gone to try to save Gragas from Annie. We're going to kill the Alistar, and then overall it's a pretty good trade for us. What our team needs to do right now is 2 people need to go bot because Sivir's pushing. We already have mid turret. We need to try to get 2 people bot, and then the rest go top and just get down this turret. Because when you're, especially when you're behind, it's not best to try to charge down one inhibitor, especially on a team like this. Like, our team just sucks at pushing in general, so we don't really need to be shoving down mid and trying to get an inhibitor as quickly as we can. We can kind of take it slow, take all the outers, then take the inners, then work on an inhibitor turret. Also, our team is very good at team fighting. I did mention that earlier. Basically, the downsides to Cho'Gath is that his spells are really hard to hit. And then here, they just stay too long, so they're going to die. And I think I am going to get top turret at least. But, so our team, if Annie gets a very good initiation, I get my ult on our team, then Cho'Gath's going to be able to hit his spells if he follows up on Annie. And then if Cho'Gath can hit his spells, he's actually a pretty strong champion. But he's just weak because his stuff's so hard to hit. And it's all melee, which isn't really that good for a champion either. So, basically, long story short, our team fight isn't that bad if we get ahead. So what we could do is just take it slow, take all the outers, take inners, try to focus on team fights, and build better. I built very poorly, and then I died there because I made a big mistake there too. I got top, that was good. I should have gone immediately recalled, but I think I went and started my red, and then enemies came and punished me for that. Another huge mistake on my part. But yeah, my build could have done a lot better this game. Our champion select could have gone a lot better, but I can't do anything about that. I was one of the first picks. If I wasn't first pick, I was second pick. So not a whole lot I could do. Anyways, here I try to come get my red because I just got interrupted at it. Gragas is doing it. I actually flashed to try to smite it from him. That was clearly a mistake. At this point and for the rest of the game, I guess tilted is a word for it. You know, I wasn't playing my best just because I was kind of mad about the game going so poorly. So. Not that that's a really good excuse, but that is why I'm going to die a lot more this game. But here, I catch out the Sivir, and I am going to jump on the Sivir, but here's the problem with my build. I don't do enough damage to where I can jump on the Sivir and seriously threaten her, and I'm not tanky enough that I can jump on the Sivir and live long enough for my team to follow up. So my build's just really lackluster. It's not terrible. Runic Echoes isn't terrible on Maokai. If you get ahead early game, it's actually pretty fun and it's pretty good. But if you're behind, which I wasn't that behind until I'd already purchased it, but long story short, I do think Tank Maokai, not Echo, which I do think Tank Echo is better too, but I do think Tank Maokai is better because most of the time it's going to be good, and AP Maokai is only good when you're really ahead, which I was not this game. So anyways, I think I'm going Spirit Visage as my first item. That's okay. I do need to get some health because, you know, Maokai is passive. He heals with health. So it is important that I do that. But, I don't know. It's kind of... Spirit Visage is definitely the right thing to do here. So no problem with that. Next, after Spirit Visage, I need to get either Dead Man's Plate or Randuin's. Probably Dead Man's Plate because they don't auto-attack that much and gives you more mobility, which is always good. And then I need to get one or the other because I need an armor item. Sivir is the main threat in these team fights, so I need to be able to tank most of what Sivir is going to throw at me while I jump on her. So it's important that I get a health armor item. I could also actually go Sunfire Cape. Sunfire Cape, if you're playing a champion like Maokai or Zac or somebody and you do go Runic Echoes, Sunfire Cape is actually a really good pickup because it basically you're not buying Cinder Hulk, so you might as well buy Sunfire Cape, right? Here, we're going to take the turret, and then I'm going to jump on the Zac to make sure that he doesn't kill the Annie, but after we get the turret, we should leave and then go push. Just group with our team. Here, I make sure that Ari isn't going to jump on us, and I am going to get out of here, I think. No problem. But yeah, what our team can do to win, we need a lot more vision. I should have also gone green smite this game. The reason I went blue smite is because it adds a little bit of damage to your combo, so my build was seriously lacking this game. That's all I can really say about it. I should have gone for the vision, get up more vision. What we can do as a team is get up vision in the jungle. The enemy team is actually split pushing a ton. That's pretty much all they've been doing this whole game. So what you can do against split pushing is one of two things. You can either just straight base race them because 5 people pushing a base is usually faster than the 1 person they have split pushing, or you can try to catch them out by having really good vision. So sometimes when people split push, they walk through the jungle, you know, etc., etc. Catch them out like that. Here we get in a team fight. We jump on the Zac because Zac was the only one there, but our team wasted way too many spells on Zac. And then what ends up happening is we get kind of low. We do finally bust Zac's passive. He did have his passive. We killed the Sivir, but then Ari kind of runs through our team, and the enemy team is going to go for our inhibitor right now. So yeah, that fight, it wasn't a bad idea to try to get Zac because he was just out of place. He was the only one there, but wasting all of our ults and stuff on Zac, that was a big mistake. And then here I'm going to jump on Gragas just because he's pretty much the squishiest target, and I'm trying to just distract them from taking the turret. I'm not really expecting to kill anyone here, but if I can just get them to hit me instead of hitting our turret, that's going to benefit us. As long as they don't kill our turret immediately, that's good. But I keep going in because I see that our carries are on the way, and we are going to get this Alistar we're going to kill the Alistar. I unfortunately get the kill. Like I said, really don't want to be taking kills on Maokai. Our Gen ults, and they do finish off the Gragas, and overall that looks pretty good. So we've got 2 of them dead. What our team can do right now is we could have gone for Baron. If we had all instantly recalled and gone for Baron, that'd be one thing. We could also all have gone for Dragon because even though the second Dragon isn't that big a deal, it does help you push a little bit, and there's still plenty of turrets for us to get. So that wouldn't be too bad. What I think we should have done, honestly, is as soon as we killed Gragas, everyone recall and get to Baron as soon as possible. Our team doesn't do Baron that quickly, but we definitely would have had it before Gragas got there at least. So big mistake on our part. I think we were just kind of too scared this game because the game was going so poorly that our team didn't really want to take a huge risk. But you guys probably, if you watch LCS, you would know this. Basically, when you're losing a game, all you can really do is take risk, especially in a game like this where we don't really outscale the enemies because both teams have a bunch of tanks and both teams are mostly AP. You know, the game goes longer, it doesn't benefit us at all. So we really should have gone for that Baron play. I didn't call it, so I can take blame for that too. But yeah, long story short, when you're really behind and you're not going to end up outscaling, so maybe if your team has a Vayne or a Nasus and the Nasus is actually able to farm, or you know, stuff like that, then you can kind of take it slow. But in these kind of games where you're not really going to get any better the farther the game goes on, we should have gone for that Baron. Then here they steal my red. I don't actually have any wards because I have a blue trinket. I don't have a green smite, so I can't ward the Baron. But I was pretty sure they might be doing it. However, it ends up that they're not doing it. Blitzcrank wants to clear this ward, so I come with him to make sure that he doesn't get caught here. We clear the ward, and then I'm just going to clear my jungle a little bit. The good thing about going the AP item on Maokai is you clear a lot quicker, a little bit later. Well, you clear quicker either way, and that's always good to get your farm quickly, but really it doesn't pay off for any team fights. You just die so quickly. But I'm going to rewind it. Sorry about that. I know it's a little disturbing, but basically what happens here is I knew that our team needed to go top because top turret is fully alive. And we can't go for bot because Baron is up. And if we go bot and show, they get the Baron, and then we don't have any inner turrets, so they're going to be able to push and end the game. So I want to go top. Jin agrees with me. Jin wants to go top. But what happens is Cho'Gath's clearing a pretty large wave bot. You know, nothing wrong with that. Annie, I don't have any idea what Annie's doing, but the fact is she's not with us, and neither is Blitzcrank. So what happens is me and Jin kind of tunnel vision on clearing this wave. We'll just watch me. Blitzcrank eventually comes up to us, but at this point we're way overextended because we don't have vision here, here, here. They have this. We didn't actually see that they had this, but we don't have vision like anywhere in this side of the jungle. But we push all the way up to here. What's going to happen is they're going to come out, and Jin's an AD carry, so they're going to focus him first. I run, but then it turns out Sivir's here with her ult and red buff, so I'm going to die soon afterwards. Huge mistake on me and Jin's part again. Like I said, at this point in the game, I was definitely not playing my best just because the game had been going so badly. But, you know, that's one of those cases where you got to look at your map and you got to see what your team is doing. Just because I knew that pushing top was our best bet for the team, if my team's not going to follow me, then, you know, what's the point? There's no reason to go top. Here, Gragas comes over the wall. He ults Annie. Annie's forced to flash. She does have her stun, but it would be 3v5 versus Baron, so they're probably not going to fight it. And yeah, giving the enemy team Baron there is pretty much going to be the last nail in the coffin. Obviously, they don't end for another almost 10 minutes, but at this point, I think the game became pretty impossible for our team to win. So our team could have surrendered at this point, you know, no argument from me. But our win condition, if it exists, one thing we could do is actually get a few ZZ Rot and Banner of Commands on our team. It sounds really troll, but against their team comp, and with our team comp not being able to push that well, we have a little bit of wave clear, but we just don't do damage to turrets. It wouldn't be that bad to do that. And just getting a push advantage at all. Our team fights aren't awful if we coordinate them well. Basically what needs to happen in team fights. Well, here, I was about to pause it and analyze it, but it's not a big deal. Zach jumps in, we peel, and then Jin gets way too close, so Gragas ults him, Gragas jumps on him. I jump on the Gragas to try to get him to stop. Maokai goes past me and starts ulting. Alistar flashes to try to pulverize him. Jin did a really good job of running away here. Now I go on the Sivir to keep her from chasing down the Jin. In hindsight, it would have been better for me to just go... what I should have done in these team fights is not go on Sivir, because we've already tried that before this fight. We tried that way earlier this game, remember, and I just died for it too. Me going on Sivir is not going to really help our team. See, she's already full... I did a lot of damage to her, but she has lifesteal to where she's pretty much full life now. So what I could have done is just tried to peel the whole time, save Annie. I could have probably saved Annie if I had peeled straight for her. Jin, he took this damage from Sivir. He was full life from what they did to him. So I should have been on full peel mode this game. And then our team fights weren't impossible to win. Basically, we just needed Annie to remove Ahri, which Annie did a really good job of. This Annie actually played pretty well this game. Annie removes Ahri, and then the rest are pretty much tanks. So as long as we make sure Jin's okay, he kind of outranges Sivir. And if we had some armor, it wouldn't be that bad. But here, I made the mistake. Banner of Command, I don't think building it was a huge mishap on my part, but I should have let Cho'Gath build it, and I should have built a Randuin's or a Deadman's here, just because, especially since what I was doing this game, even though it was wrong, I was still focusing the Sivir every fight. So if I'm doing that, I definitely need armor. So I was just not playing in the very... I was just making a lot of mistakes this game. It is pretty... I guess you could say embarrassing. I'm not embarrassed by it. You know, everyone has games where they play well and games that they play badly, but I definitely played poorly this game. So it's not usually these kind of gameplays that I want for why did I lose, but I did want to talk about Maokai, so we're watching this one. Anyways, here the enemy team pushes for a really long time, so we think they're out of place. We're going to jump on them, but in the meantime, Ari's taking our inhibitor turret, so somebody needs to have already been there. We are going to lose it here. And then me and Annie see that Ari's taking the inhib turret, so we're going to go stop her. And then these two keep chasing. They do kill the Zac because of Cho'Gath's ult, but they're eventually going to start losing this fight because Gragas has a lot more in-fight sustain than Cho'Gath, and Cho'Gath is not doing any damage either. So what it comes down to is the enemies are going to stay alive, and Gragas is going to keep healing because of his passive, so they're going to eventually win this. This is kind of the definition of a wet noodle fight. If it had been me in Cho'Gath's place, we might have actually won this fight just because Maokai can keep up with that Gragas mid-fight sustain, but Cho'Gath definitely can't. in a fight, it's not going to go well. So Cho'Gath should have left. In the meantime, I'm actually going to rewind this. Yeah, to right here. Okay, so me and Annie are backing. You guys saw what happens here. We're going to watch what happens to the Ahri. So me and Annie recall. And then the Ahri wants to get as much damage on this inhib as she can. She sees us, and she doesn't instantly flash, but I do. So I instantly flash, I snare her. She tries to ult away, but, you know, Maokai's W, once you get select on it, you're going to kill him. So we chase after her, Annie gets the kill. All that's, or I might have got the kill. Either way, we stopped her from getting the inhib. That's all fine and well, but since our goon squad dies bot lane, we're in a pretty bad place right now. I do finish my banner of command. So now I can put it on, I need to put it on top wave minion, just so it'll push a little bit. I think I do that in a second. But either way, banner of command, even though it's not that bad this game, I shouldn't have been building it. Should have gone a lot tankier just so I could peel in this fight, in this game. And that's what Maokai's role really is. If you've seen either my Maokai and Dev Guide of Season 5, or if you've seen the Maokai speedrun, in both of them I say Maokai's one of the best bodyguards in the game. But this game I focused on diving in, and it does hinder our team. Here, Zac's beating up on our Annie. I could have peeled for the Annie. The Annie comes in, and she gets the Sivir, so that was a good job on Annie's part. Me, meanwhile, I'm trying to save this Jhin from dying to the Ahri. We do kill the Ahri, and then overall the fight went pretty well. Right now it's 3-1, but what's going to happen is our team is going to... I think something goes wrong. I think they keep trying to fight and it doesn't work out, or... No, everything went well, so that was a really good fight for us. What happened in that fight is that only Zac went after the Annie, and the Annie managed to get to the Sivir, so it went really well. Since our Annie was so fed, I should have just been... okay, here. Sorry. I remembered I did. The reason that I wanted to banner top lane is because we still had the inhib, and our team... Baron's down, so we want to push bot lane more as a team than... Well, they go mid, but bot lane you focus while Baron is down, while Baron's up, you focus top lane. Long story short, since we have the inhib and Baron was dead, top lane was the best one to do for this. My team gets the turret mid, and they are going to kill the Zac, but it's definitely not worth it because Sivir comes in with her ult, and she's super fed. They have a chance to run here, but they stay, get a couple last hits, and in the meantime, Gragas loops around, and he's going to die while she tries to focus them. I catch up to the team. Hindsight, I probably should have been here earlier because we would have got this turret a little bit quicker, but that's not really the reason that they died. They died because... They should have killed the turret and instantly left, but they kind of stayed around and hit some last hits. But anyways, Annie's dead, and now we have to run. And I think now I built... Okay, I'm going for a ZZ Rat next, which is fine, but here, we get in a fight, and now I think I finally... Okay, I'm watching Ahri to make sure that she doesn't assassinate my Jhin. Jhin hits her once. In the meanwhile, Sivir's hitting everyone in our backline. We do catch out the Sivir. She doesn't have her spell shield and she gets a little too close. Ahri had to leave the fight. We don't kill her, but she just had to leave because she was pretty low. Sivir died. And since Sivir's dead and Ahri's out of the fight, it's pretty safe for us to keep chasing here. So we're going to chase them. I snare the Alistar and knock back the Gragas to try to get them all close enough for Jhin to hit. Gragas flashes. I try to flash after him, but I get slowed by the Q first. So... as soon as he hit the Q slow, I shouldn't have flashed, but I did it anyways. I'm not going to catch him because they have 3 dragons and we only have 1. So they have the movement speed boost. So there's no way I can catch him because even though I had Alacrity, it just wasn't going to happen. Since they had 3 dragons, I was not going to catch him. So I go for my red. I should definitely give this to Jhin as well. I don't finish it. I think I do let Jhin come and get it. And now I think... team fights have been going pretty well so far, and it looks like our team might make a comeback, but I think we're about to lose one more fight, and then the game ends. Anyways, what I should have done in the fights overall is definitely peel for Annie and Jin. Theoretically, Jin should be a higher priority than Annie because we need the attack damage. But in the end, Annie was really fed, so you gotta peel for whoever's fed. She also has a lot of magic pin on her build, Abyssal and Void Staff. So long story short, should have peeled for Annie. Here, let's see, the enemy team starts Baron, and I recalled at a bad time, but it's okay. We can contest it here. We come in, stop them from Baron. Zac jumps in. Alistar hits a 4-man pulverize. Okay, this is what happens. Alistar hits a 4-man pulverize. Blitzcrank gets charmed. Blitzcrank's gonna die. I go in, peeling for Blitzcrank for some reason. That's stupid of me. Zac jumps on Annie. Annie's going to get bursted here. She didn't even get to ult or anything just because she was CC'd the whole time. That's my fault too because I jumped on Ahri for some reason. And then Jin is alive, but it doesn't really matter when most of our team is already dead. Yeah. So, even though a lot of it, you know, no one on our team, Annie was the only one on our team that played exceptionally well, but there was still a lot of stuff I could have done. So, ganking the right lanes, and then actually sticking with the lanes that I did gank. So I ganked mid, and I got Annie fed. So if I'm going to do that, why wouldn't I just peel for her on Maokai, you know? A lot of silly mistakes that aren't really that hard to fix, but I made them anyways. However, that's it for Maokai. I think he's okay. I don't think he's great, but if you do want to play him, I would recommend Cinder Hulk and maybe an offensive item such as Abyssal, not Runic Echoes and then full tank. I don't think that really works that well for Maokai. So that's it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you next time. Goodbye.